Attention, brave viewers. This video features adults immersed in a spine-chilling horror RPG experience. The content likely includes supernatural elements, horror-related events, and potentially scenes of violence. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy. Howdy, friends and floor heads. If you have not watched episode 1, I highly recommend it. But as a quick recap, we have got 4 YouTubers, actually 3 YouTubers and a super fan, who have decided that the place where they're going to create their next viral video is in an abandoned amusement park in rural Ohio. The 4 of them arrived here and quickly realized after entering that exiting didn't seem like an option. They did some exploring, kept seeing weird things in mirrors. Eventually, they ended up finding a woman who had hung herself on one of the rides. They rescued her because she was not dead. And then ended up meeting somebody who they were aware of, a woman by the name of Ina Matthews, who was the original PR person that helped cover up a huge scandal of murders that were happening in the amusement park some 20 years ago. They're now encountered her. She seems to have been radicalized, fallen into some sort of religion or cult or something. And she's explained to them that they each have a lie that they have kept to themselves, that they've told everybody and told for so long that they may not even realize that it's a lie. And when we left our friends, we had Bobby and then eventually Sam standing in front of one of these mirrors, and Ina was saying, confess your lie, tell your truth, unburden yourself, and then you can leave here. In a very understandable way, Sam said, you know what, screw this, and took a tripod stand and broke one of the mirrors. And I'm going to start us right from there. So the pieces of this mirror are shattered on the ground, and I think the 4 of you and even Ina steps back a little bit in the shock of the noise and the break of the silence. Sophia, the woman that you had found, she is now almost in a fetal position on the bench off far behind you. You see emerge from a big piece of this mirror on the ground something that some of you have already seen inside of this mirror. This humanoid form starts to just climb out of the shattered mirror as if the mirror is a hole in the ground. And it is quickly realized it's about 6 foot tall. It's got these elongated arms that have double elbows and fingers that are about a foot long each that are pointed. This humanoid head that's somewhat distorted. And as it's slowly climbing out with its ill-defined faces and features, its gray spongy humanoid skin, its awkward kind of stiff movements, and the limbs are bending in weird directions, and there's almost like a mist that seems to come off its spongy flesh. It is now fully stood up and is standing in front of you, Bobby.
And I recall Ina said these are the lies other people have left behind, right?
She did. She intimated that what those are the lies that were left behind by others. I do think we probably need to do a little bit of control action here. I think everybody should take 1d4 control damage. So let's start with you, Bobby, and Sam, because you're closest. So, Bobby, if you can roll a d4, and let's see how much control damage or stress damage you take. All right, just going to take 3. Do you have any hit protection left?
Yes, because we got that rest before. I don't think I took any between then and now, so I am out of hit protection.
All right, you're at 0 hit protection. Sam, give me a 1d4.
1d4 coming right up. Ooh.
Ooh, where does that put you?
I had 5 hit protection, so I am on 2 currently.
Down to 1. Johnny, 1d4.
1.
All right, 3. Where does that put you, sir?
Down to 1.
1 hit protection?
Yeah.
All right. And Carly Ray, can I get a 1d4?
We
And
used
where does
up the
that
luck
put us?
yesterday, it seems.
Down to 1.
Down to 1. So, Bobby, this thing is singularly focused on you. Sam, it's within arm reach of you as well, but it is now putting its hands up, and it looks like it wants to get its hands on your head.
Yeah. Bobby's gonna sprint. Just book it. Yeah.
So we are going to need to do a little bit of initiative here. So initiative is very simple in Liminal Horror. One of you, let's have Bobby do it, is going to roll a die on a 1, 2, or 3. This monster gets first swipe. On a 4, 5, or 6, the 4 of you get first swipe. So let's roll a d6. And we're hoping for a high number, which we do not get. Bobby, as you go to sprint, this thing clamps its hands on either side of your head. And it's weird because you can feel like the softness and the give that its spongy skin on its fleshy palms as it kind of squeezes your head and wraps its long fingers. And its hands are so large that its thumbs are touching under your chin and the tops of its fingers are wrapped completely above the top of your head. And maybe you're anticipating that it would squeeze or would hurt, but it doesn't. And what happens at first, Bobby, is you start to see things. And it's weird because at first you know for a fact what you're remembering is not you. You're not remembering your memories. But slowly that dissipates. And now you are remembering something that part of you knows is not yours, but that feeling is fading and it is becoming yours. And you're standing in a hallway outside of a bedroom, and you have one hand on a door frame, and it's a weird hand, an older hand than yours. And the other hand is wrapped around a mug that has coffee in it that's gone cold. The house where you are smells faintly of antiseptic and dust. And inside the room, on the other side of this door, is your father. And he's calling out your name. Stephen! Stephen! And he's not shouting. It's not panicked. It's just thin and kind of reedy sounding. And it breaks up a little bit, and then he starts again. And it sounds like he's trying to save his conserve breath and conserve energy. And you're standing there, Bobby, and you're telling yourself that they need rest. You're telling yourself that if this were serious, it would sound different than it does. And his crying turns into coughing, a wet, rattling cough, and you listen to it and you just stand there and you do nothing. And you don't move because moving would mean deciding, and deciding would mean responsibility. And so you stand there long enough that your legs begin to ache, long enough for the sound to change, the coughing slow. His voice tries once more, quieter this time, and then it's silent. And Bobby, that silence feels like relief. It's immediate. It's unmistakable. You let out a deep breath you didn't realize you were holding. You don't check on them right away. You wait. You want the silence to settle. You want the silence to be the new normal. When you finally open the door, the room is still. You already know that what you'll say to the doctor, to the neighbors, to the relatives who arrive with casseroles and soft voices. You rehearse it, you even as you're standing there. He must have died in his sleep. That's definitely going to be 1d6 of control damage.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Oof.
What's that do for us?
That drops our control down to 4.
Okay, so we're going to need a control save here. You need to roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4, or you're going to pick up some fallout. All right. Do you have 10 luck?
I do have 10 luck.
Oh, interesting.
I wanted to get another. I gotta save this for when it matters, when I'm gonna start getting ripped apart.
All right,
Let's get another fallout.
Let's get another fallout for Bobby here. I'm gonna go ahead and roll it. All right, you pick up a fallout called I Remember. Wait a second, I remember now. I used to come here every summer as a kid. In fact, I think I worked here a few summers. Your familiarity helps you deal with the stress of Unland, and you are now safe here. You now have +1 stability, but drop your current hit protection to 0, which it already is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you now have stability 1, which is kind of like armor against stress. So if you take any stress damage, one of it automatically goes away. And in your mind, Bobby, you're not sure why you didn't realize it before, but this place is so familiar to you. You used to come here all the time. Now, what the other 3 of you are seeing is this creature holding Bobby's head, and you're just seeing Bobby stand there with just drool coming down as he's wide-eyed looking at this thing. All 3 of you have, well, all 4 of you have an action, but I'm going to have Bobby go last. So who wants to do something?
One question: what was the fallout Bobby had before this? What was the narrative effect?
Yeah, it was different. It couldn't make decisions, right? You felt like your life was on a one-way track, and whatever choices you made didn't matter.
Okay. I think Sam would go first, still holding the tripod, and would try to whack the shade into its whatever part of the body, to be honest.
Yep. So let's go ahead and have that the tripod do 1d6 damage. So go ahead and roll the damage for me.
Rolling 1d6.
All right.
Something.
So you hit this thing, and it kind of hits like on the shoulder and towards the head, and again, it's so strange how soft, almost like a plush doll this thing feels like as it hits it. It barely reacts as it shifts and it doesn't look at you. It is completely focused on Bobby. Carly Ray?
So
Johnny?
it doesn't leave. It still holds Bobby.
It still holds Bobby.
Kind of not knowing what's happening, I want to run over and pull Bobby back.
I think that's
get him
yeah, to free him up.
thing?
Sure. Let's do a strength save to see whether you can get Bobby out of the grips of this thing.
I got this. 50-50.
All right. So a 16 is a fail. Your strength is 10. Do you want to spend 6 luck to get Bobby free?
I don't.
We don't like him that much. I don't blame you.
Doesn't deserve 6 luck points.
Carly Ray, you grab onto his shoulder and his waist, and you start trying to pull him. And the grip that this thing has on Bobby's head, like his body is coming, but and at one point you even lift Bobby off of his feet, but his head does not move. It is just in the grips of this thing holding it. Johnny, what are you doing?
I'm gonna grab a piece of mirror and stab the creature in the arm or the forearm.
I love it. 1d6 damage. Roll it.
3.
All right. So you stab and you feel this shard of glass just slowly insert itself into its arm. and the flesh on its arm just immediately starts to wrap back around and close around the mirror. And as you try to like pull it out to get a second stab, you end up slicing your hand as you lose grip on the glass, and the glass is just there inside of the arm, but there's no indication of a wound or a cut or blood or anything. Bobby, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm torn on that. I mean, I think Bobby's just feeling completely hopeless after that last vision. I mean, maybe he'll try to break free, and then he's just going to go lie down somewhere and cry.
And to make it clear to you, Bobby, the dissonance that's happening in your brain right now is severe, because your name is not Stephen. Your father is still alive, but you remember doing this. And you remember lying to everybody about it, and that you woke up the next morning and your father had passed away peacefully in his sleep. Give me a strength save. Let's see if you can get free of this thing. You do. How do you get free of it? Walk me through it.
I think he just slides his hands kind of underneath those hands and just kind of manages to wrench free a little bit. That combined with Carly Ray yanking on him, he just topples backwards and just sort of, I think he starts crawling towards Sophia. Sophia was on one of the benches, right? Just in the fetal position. He's just going to crawl over towards her and just like curl into the fetal position himself.
So, John, you're there. You've stabbed this thing. It is turning, and it's starting to walk towards you with its arms outstretched.
Ugh. I'm gonna start running and see if he's following me.
Okay, you take off running. Give me a quick dex save. Let's see how swift we are, Johnny.
What?
Missed by 4. Do you have 4 luck that you want to spend on your escape?
That's all I have left, so no.
Okay.
So I guess I stumble.
You do. Let's have you trip and fall to the ground as you try to run away from him.
And if you fail, you increase luck by 1.
Yes, make
right?
sure when you're on these fails that you're upping your luck by 1.
Okay.
I always forget about this.
Yeah, I do too. I should remind players, but I forget. I can't remind you what I forgot already. Sam, what are you doing as you see this thing working towards Johnny? And it's not fast, right? It's not trying to move quickly.
Run! We gotta run. I run towards Bobby. I try to pick him up and choose a direction that would be most convenient. Maybe even like going where we entered. That would seem like a safe direction, and try to run.
There's a level of familiarity there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you grab Johnny. Give me a quick dex save. Let's see how successful you are here.
Finally.
Oh, very successful. So you reach down and you pick up Johnny, and let's make that. I mean, I think that not only do you grab Johnny and pick Johnny
Bobby,
up,
I'm picking Bobby.
or picking Bobby up. You
Sorry.
have, with your other free hand, I'll let you grab one more person. Who else do you think you're
John.
going to grab?
In that case, Johnny.
So we see Sam like a superhero. Just grab Bobby, lift Bobby up onto his feet, grab Johnny who's on his feet, and yell to Carly Ray, run. And you start running south back towards where the merry-go-round was, and the giggler and the popcorn stand, and you just start taking off. Carly Ray, as you are, I would assume, about to follow them.
Yeah.
Ina says, you have one of these in you.
Yeah. I'll come back and we'll talk about. I'm gonna start.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you were far enough away. You have no need for a dex save.
Yeah.
The 4 of you take off. This thing doesn't appear to be following you. It also doesn't seem to be interested in Ina. And at some point, if you look over your shoulder, Carly Ray, as you're running, you see it kind of dissipate away. Like like it's made of not something solid, as if the wind just blew it and its gases just passed and disappeared as it fades away. And we see Aina just starting to walk towards the west slowly. And the four of you are free.
I guess we're like catching a breath, huh? Bobby,
You okay, Bobby?
what did that thing do to you?
I let him die. I let him die. I let him die.
We're all okay. You didn't let anyone die. You're all good.
He's dead
You're all
and
good. It was some weird
alive.
shit.
Oh, he's dead and alive. You don't get it.
Do we?
So
Maybe it would be time for that Xanax again. I think. I have no
Bobby,
idea.
as you're verbalizing this, right, as you're going through this trauma of this memory, it almost goes in reverse to what you experienced at first. Suddenly, it becomes very clear in your mind, this wasn't my memory. And you're able to disassociate it and realize that this was given to me. And then the memory itself goes away. And within a few seconds, you know it did something to you, but you have no memory of standing outside of your father's bedroom when he died.
Do I still have an intellectual memory of that, or is it just completely gone?
It's completely gone.
Okay. Bobby kind of slowly stands up and kind of wipes his face, and he's like, oh, I don't know. He just sort of looks around. He's like, oh, Funland. Forgot we were here.
I'm gonna take the pill bottle from my pocket, and I'm gonna hand you a little Xanax pill.
Oh,
Here, take this.
oh, okay. Thanks, Johnny.
And if the four of you want to rest and reset your hit protection, you are relatively safe right now. So everybody can put their hit protection back up to full.
Oh, okay.
So let's not break mirrors.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah,
I got that.
yeah. That was I got no. Yep. No.
What was that? What was that? Come on, like.
Dad
was the
used
thing?
to take me on the Giddy Giggler. It was, oh man, one time I made him take me on it 3 times, and I threw up cotton candy all over his nice polo. He was so mad.
What do you mean? What are you talking
Huh?
about?
What? Dad took me on the Giddy Giggler, right over there.
Right over-
And here?
It was different fun park or something, right? You don't mean like over there, but just some similar attraction to the Giddy Giggler.
No, it was the Giddy Giggler. It was the
Could
Giddy
be.
Giggler, and like Mom always wanted to get a picture of me on the merry-go-round, and I thought it was too girly. Yeah.
Do you think you've been at this dilapidated park younger?
Yeah, I was here. Yeah, came here every summer, multiple times. We used to buy the season pass.
I look to the adults of the group, which is everyone but me.
Well, and Carly, you quickly do the math in your head. You think Bobby's maybe like 22, 23 years old, right? This place shut down 18, 19 years ago.
You know, Bobby went through a lot. He has taken a pill, so you know, we just need to get out, hopefully, and not break any mirrors on the way.
Not-
And I don't know
How
what to
do
do
you-
next. I have no
How
idea.
do we get out? Not sure.
Well, there's the
how
main
to-
entrance behind us. We can just go through the main entrance.
I swear to God, Bobby.
I don't think.
Not right now.
Do not
Um,
tempt us. Do not tempt us.
What?
Matthews mentioned something about what did she say? The phantom. So there's someone above her.
And there was something about a lie that we must face, or what? Do you remember? Did you see anything before I broke the mirror? Did you see anything else in there, Bobby, or anyone?
No, I just saw us. Just saw me, and she just kept saying I had to face the lie, and yeah,
You
nothing.
were
Oh, and
saying
we left.
very random.
Have you seen where Sophia went? We left her there.
She is not with you. She
Yeah, I
did not
didn't
follow.
realize that. Yeah, I was focused on running away from, and I didn't realize that Sophia didn't go with us.
I feel bad saying this. I really feel like no matter what we try to do, I think we at least stopped some of her attempts. She just looked defeated. Not good. But if she really did try to drown herself and hang herself multiple times and survived, I don't think we can worry about her.
So that is same thing happening to us then? Is it like we cannot die in here or whatnot?
You know,
It's
it's
just
Funland.
ridiculous.
Nothing's gonna hurt us in Funland. It's Funland.
Dear God. Bobby, come on.
Johnny, you look up and
Yeah.
something hits you because you kind of remember where the sun was when you got here. And that's probably been a
Yeah.
good hour or so ago. The sun hasn't moved.
Oh.
And you suddenly get a
it's-
sense that something's happening. And you look at your cell phone and it still registers at the same time when you guys entered here.
Gonna show you my phone.
Yeah, we don't have a reception, so same with my phone.
Yeah, I don't know why you're showing
No.
me it right now.
The time. Look at the time.
What about the time? What?
Well,
Right.
we've been here at least an hour.
Shit.
I
I mean,
look at my
should-
cell phone.
Should
double
be
check.
getting dark.
Yeah, same. If one of you has a watch on, it hasn't moved.
Well, you know what they
I mean-
say: time flies when you're having Funland.
Well, we're not having
Okay.
fun, so time is not flying.
I guess that's the
It's like
least
we're-
of my worries, that our phones stop tracking time correctly. You know, the technology and
No, but
Yeah.
the sun is frozen. It's like we're out of time.
It's like we're in a prison that's holding us here with a roller coaster.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I know
messed
for
up.
sure I'm not going through the scaffolding. I'm not going through there. So
No, there are creatures in there, but well, why don't we head that way? And I point like west. We haven't been this part.
Yeah, and you don't have to necessarily follow the path. There's a low fence that kind of keeps people on the path that easily, especially you, Johnny, can kind of step over and climb over. And there's, a bunch of scenic grass, or what used to be scenic grass that's now just all dead. And if you want to cut over and get back on the path, kind of skip the fun house and the Hall of Mirrors, the four of you could definitely do that.
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
previously we looked for the exit on the western,
Eastern
like
side.
eastern. So we go to the west. You propose that we go to the western side. Yeah, let's check it
Yeah.
out. I'm
We
afraid
have
for the
nothing
wars,
else to lose.
but yeah.
But
Yeah.
Sophia said, didn't she say she wasn't alone?
There's another Bobby somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, we need another Bobby. I pat him on the shoulder, and I kind of grab him with me to make sure he doesn't fall behind.
Bobby
you
doesn't
guys-
resist.
You guys cross through. You find, some torn up metal. Again, just signs of neglect. The weeds have overtaken whatever grass and lawn has been here. And you start to approach, which, Bobby, you remember this. It's the Dodge 'em bumper cars. That's where you're walking towards. You loved this ride. And it's a low pavilion, and it's got cars inside of it that have the pole that has the wire that touches the roof. And it's huge. The area there looks like a good bit of the roof has torn off. There's two cars that are outside of the constraints of the arena itself. They've been pulled out of there, or have somehow been taken out of the pavilion itself. It's as dilapidated as you would expect. There's a lot of rust, a lot of chipped paint. There also seems to be, in the back, where you can't see, but you can see it above, there seems to be smoke coming out from the back of the bumper car arena. And you can tell the smoke is still inside the actual pavilion itself, but in the farther back than you can see.
Let's circle around from the outside.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I always liked car number 7.
okay.
Like
I'm
you said.
gonna whisper to Sam and say, I am really worried about Bobby.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I mean, what, we need to just get him out of here fast to the car and just drive him home, and he'll be fine. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
just
I agree.
not do everything he says. Just not to worry him even more. He will get out of this for sure.
You're right.
So as you start walking closer, keeping your distance, you realize that in the back, it looks like there's like 4 cars that have been put end to end in kind of a semicircle in the back. And that's where the smoke is coming from. And in fact, you see flickers at the tops of like a campfire flickering above it.
Maybe we should announce ourselves.
Hello, anyone there? Shout in the direction of the supposed campfire.
So a head pops up from behind the cars. A man that maybe he's in his early 30s, but he looks like he's had a rough time. His beard is long, his hair is matted and in a rat's nest. He's wearing what's left of a polo shirt, but one of the sleeves has been torn off of it, and he's just got dirt and grime all over him. And he's standing and he's brandishing this steel pipe. And he goes, Who are you?
Sorry, my name is Sam. We just arrived here 1 hour ago, and a lot of weird stuff is happening here. We're just come by you, so we wanted to ask you what's happening.
No, you know what's happening, and you know how to get out of here, and you're going to tell me how to get out of here. And he's now climbing over this little barrier of cars that he's built around his campfire, and he's coming towards you with the pipe. He's not running; he's being very defensive about it. But you're going to, and he points right at you, Sam. You're going to tell me how to get out of here. You know how to get out of here.
We just arrived, and if he's approaching too close, I don't know, I'm thinking 3 meters, I take equivalent steps back not to let him get too close. Sir, we just
You're working with
arrived.
You're working with her. You know her.
Oh my god.
Who do you mean?
With Matthew, the woman.
Oh, it's easy. You just got to confront your lie in the mirror.
Well, Bobby, god damn it.
Oh my.
See, I knew you worked with her because that's the shit she says to me too.
Well,
Yeah,
you're still here and you're stuck. So,
Well, you're gonna get me out of here, young lady.
oh, how? Because I'm stuck here too.
He's now getting a little bit more aggressive, Sam.
Okay, just why won't you shut up, everyone? We need to sort this out. Sir, just calm down. We don't want any trouble. We just want to talk. And I keep begging.
I think I want a control save here to see how successful this line of convincing is.
So I just roll control, right?
Control.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Very nice. That's a 2 out of a 10 control. He goes, "Are you saying you're stuck here too?"
We're in the same shit as you are. Yes, we're stuck in here. And we just want to get out.
You're never getting out. You're never getting out.
If we try to learn from each other what's happening here, we might figure it out together.
Nope. Sophia, she's tried killing herself. Doesn't work. I've tried going through the roller coaster. Doesn't work. She keeps showing up. The woman keeps showing up, telling me to tell her some lie that I don't have and to confess to her. I don't even know her. I don't even know how long I've been here. I can't find any food, but I'm not even hungry. Go ahead, John.
Well, what date? What date did you come here?
And you see him, and it's almost like the asking of the question, John, is scrambling his brain. And he, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I've been here for a long time.
Bobby's going to take out his box of cigarettes and just shake them out and offer one to the guy.
Oh my God. And he immediately takes a cigarette and he puts it in his mouth.
I'll give him a light.
Well, if you guys aren't going to help me, then all y'all. And he turns around and starts walking back to his bumper cars.
But could you tell us what the lady told you? Like, he
turns around. I told you. She says that I'm supposed to confess some sort of lie in a mirror, that I don't have any lies to confess, and I don't even know what she's talking about. And there's these things in the mirror, and Sophia's trying to kill herself, and he's just,
yeah. But there must be something she told you after like all the time we've been here, some hint or anything that could help us. Try to focus. Try to think.
So I'm going to tell you something here, Sam. You can see he is on a bit of a precipice right now. And you can tell that you are frustrating him. You can tell, and I'm not saying you don't want to stop, but I think if you keep going, he's going to turn around and come back to you. So do you want to press him or do you want to let him retreat? You know what I'm saying? How when you're talking to somebody, you can tell that you're poking him.
I would not push it. I would rather not to have another complication to add to our bunch.
I'd like to try one other.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just wanted, as he's turning away, I want to say, hey, my name's Bobby too.
Ugh! And he just kind of throws his arm up with his back to you. He is liking that. He is enjoying that cigarette though.
Let's let him cool off and. But did Bobby and Carly tell us what they found?
The bells
in the office. Yeah.
Okay, so this woman used to work here, right?
She worked for the company that represented, right? That owned the fun park.
The PR. Yeah, okay.
She was
And
she was,
PR
part, she was
person.
head of PR for the company that ran the park.
Okay, and what did she do?
Basically,
Oh.
she was brought in to when it was revealed that this David Peach guy was using information he was gathering at the park to then go kill these families. She went in there to try to protect the company. We had no idea. Had we had any idea that he was doing this, we would have stopped him. We're fully cooperating. All lies. They had figured out the connection months before the police had. They tried to
Okay,
secretly fire him and try to separate him from the company. And it was a PR disaster. The park never reopened.
All deflection,
she-
everything, all lies.
yeah, well, she lied. That was her big lie. Should we confront her
I see the
about
connection.
it? I mean,
Maybe that's the reason she's getting the lies out of everyone. And presumably, whatever that was, the lies stay here when people leave. And if lies stay here when people leave, that means somebody, at least one person, left. Because there was that thing that the person left here when the person left. So
well, that's what she said. We don't know that it's true.
yeah, or why don't you ask that guy? That's all the information we could muster of in this mess. Bobby
But-
is no help at the moment.
Why is she still here if she knows how to get out?
Who is the Phantom?
Which phantom?
The one that she mentioned. It sounded
I
like
don't
it was her boss.
Where would the boss be?
Maybe-
You were in some kind of office area of the park where you found the documents telling the story of the PR disaster. Was there somebody
put him in
called that would have a nickname Phantom or have office there? Huh.
I'd put him in the Hall of Mirrors. Also
No.
mirror stuff. Yeah.
No, just no, Bobby. We're not going there.
I'm going to point to the scaffolding. Let's just check the places we haven't been. Maybe something's hitting here that we're not seeing.
And really what's left, because of course Johnny has the map, Carly Ray, you have the map on your phone that you took from inside the office. So you guys have seen the merry-go-round, the giggler, the Dodgem cars, Mr. Fun's House of Mirrors and Hilarity, which is right next to there. You saw the scenic lake. You saw the charoplanes. The only thing really left is the Tunnel of Love, which is the most northern attraction on the other side of the boating lake. And then there's a lake here just pretty close to the Dodgem cars where they had remote control boats. But the last big attraction is this Tunnel of Love.
And was there place for the roller coaster start, where you buy the tickets? and
Yep,
enter
it was
them?
over by the charoplanes.
Hmm.
So that's out east. Farther west is where the Dodgem cars are. That's where you guys are now. And then towards the northern part of the park is where we have the Tunnel of Love.
Let's see the northern part.
Yeah, let's go.
Please
Let's go
see-
by the exit. Check if the exit, just to have the complete picture, and go north to the Tunnel of Love.
And I think we can kind of montage this a little bit, and feel free to interrupt me if there's something that you guys want to do here. You guys head back down south. You see there is no main entrance. It's just the scaffolding and the trusses that are holding up the roller coaster. And then you kind of circle clockwise, heading up towards the western end. And there you find exactly what you found on the eastern end, was this fake tunnel entrance. Same scenario. You open up the door. It's just dirt. It's not that it's been buried or filled in. It doesn't exist. And then you continue on. There's, different refreshment stands. There's a strength training or a strength tester booth where you have a big hammer. The hammer is broken and dilapidated. The bell is all rusted up at the very top of it. And eventually you start to see what looks like a pretty big like exhibit, which is the tunnel. It says Tunnel of the Love, and the entrance itself is kind of hidden behind some sagging boards, and it's overgrown with ivy. You can see hand-painted signs that have kind of peeled off that have promises of steal a kiss from your girl, or enter as strangers, leave as lovers, and just all of these promises that are written all over it. And you can see this narrow canal that kind of circles out the entrance and goes back in, and it's full of this dirty, brackish water. And floating in it is a boat that's in the shape of a swan. And the swan's neck is broken, but not completely. So it's kind of hanging off of its neck and just kind of dangling there. The paint is all chipped off. And Ina walks out knee deep in the water. And she says,
Oh.
Are you ready?
Is Mr. Phantom in there?
Phantom of Truth is here.
Shouldn't you be in a
And-
boat?
She gets herself out of the water and she walks towards this full-length mirror that's near her. She goes, no. And nobody goes in there but me. Are the four of you ready to leave?
Why don't you leave? Why do you stay here? Why don't you leave your lie here and leave?
It's my burden. And when I came back here and met the Phantom of Truth, he told me it's my burden. My burden is to free people of the lies that encircle and imprison them. I'm paying my penance for what I have done. And I want to help the four of you.
What was your lie?
I protected the wrong people for the wrong reasons.
How deep were you in this? Did you know what Peach was doing?
The people I was protecting knew.
But did you know?
Eventually. They brought me up to speed as I was talking to the media and trying to make sure that the company wasn't touched and implicated in any of this. And they paid me. They paid me well. But I couldn't let it go. That's why I came back here. And I'm so thankful that I did. Because the Phantom of Truth has shown me how I can help free people. So you don't have to live with what I have lived with.
And we can't meet this Phantom of Truth? We just have to take your word on it?
No.
And Phantom is behind you? Is he in the love tunnel?
He's here in the church, yes.
The church?
This is his temple now.
Can we go and pray in the temple?
No, you're too burdened.
Oh.
Compared to you?
I am his prophet, Jonathan. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to save you.
Prophet?
I'm
you mean-
sorry. I almost did the unburdening thing until you started talking about churches and prophets. I'm not gonna lie. What happens to us if we like share our deepest, darkest secrets and we leave behind essentially a monster?
Carolyn Ray, if you want to step up here, look in the mirror, tell your truth, unburden yourself of the lie, it will leave you, and it will be trapped inside of this mirror. You'll then be able to go back and leave the way you came in, completely unburdened.
Okay.
Has anyone gotten to leave here yet?
Several have. I've saved many.
Of course you did.
That's why I'm here, Robert.
Oh.
It's my purpose.
Is there a way we could talk to the Phantom? Because if we unburden ourselves, then we will be gone from this place and we couldn't talk to him, right?
If you enter the temple carrying the lie that you have inside you, Samuel, he'll destroy you. He won't want to, but you'll give him no choice.
Wow. Sounds like a wonderful person.
And if you're not ready, I'm here when you are.
Oh, why did the lie attack Bobby?
The Phantom of Truth keeps them trapped in the mirrors. If you break the mirrors, they can escape.
Well, there's a lot of them around in
And
the
Robert, you're very lucky that your friends freed you, because it almost entered and became part of you.
But we tried to unburden ourselves back at the Hall of Mirrors and Funhouse, and what's different now?
What's different, Robert, is you have not confessed your lie. You told us small lies. Everybody tells small lies. But I can tell, I can smell it, that there's a big lie inside of you that you have been carrying for so long. Something that you're so ashamed of that you've maybe even rationalized into a truth. Come here, Robert. Stand in front of the
Okay.
mirror.
Okay.
No. I grab his shoulder.
Just
No.
Johnny, and I slowly approach Johnny. I try to pull Johnny to the side, like, okay, I got a plan, and I try her not to hear me. I don't go that far, but I try.
Yeah,
to
I understand.
talk to Johnny. Johnny, I think one of us needs to go to the love tunnel. There will be something that will get us out of here. That's why she's like scaring us. But to just
We could all go. I don't think she can stop us. I don't think she will.
well, maybe we use the distraction that the team that stays here will do the mirror thingy. I'm not it, and one of us will go inside. Or it's either you and me. We cannot send Carly there, and Bobby. Well, yeah, look at Bobby. We can scissor paper rock. One of us has to go there. That's the only place we haven't been to.
I don't think one person should go.
So, Bobby, what are you
If
doing?
something
You walking up to the
happens-
mirror?
I think Bobby stopped because Johnny, who's now an authority, had told him to stop, and
Got
he
it.
has not heard from another authority.
And that's a type of decision you don't really make anymore, right? So if Johnny says you don't go, you don't go.
No.
It makes sense to me.
I think
we
he's going to
should
start
all
babbling.
go.
You know, I had my first kiss on this tunnel of love, guys. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's great. Great, Bobby. So what? So we all go in there?
Why not?
We
I don't think it can be worse than this.
I will walk up to the mirror.
Okay. Carolyn Ray, are you ready?
can use this as a distraction. Don't you get it?
Let's see what happens, maybe.
And she kind of like positions you in front of this mirror. And this mirror is dirty and old. You know how like mirrors, as they get old, they get kind of foggy around the edges of the framing. But it's not a funhouse mirror. You have a very clear picture of yourself. You're catching glimpses of these remnants that came out of the mirror kind of behind you, but they're not affecting you. They seem to be keeping their distance within the mirror. Catherine Ray, I want you to look into it. Look at yourself. Dig deep. And as she's going through this, what are the three of you doing?
Johnny, if you're not going, I'm going right now, I will use this distraction.
Go ahead.
And
I'll stay.
yeah,
I'll
okay.
stay.
Sen tries to like half sneakily, but there's no way to sneak in there, but use the distraction and just go into the tunnel of love.
Yeah, and I think you quickly realize, Sam, how focused that Ina Matthews is on Carly Ray. So you realize you don't have to like ninja in there. She seems pretty focused. So we see Sam kind of get into this gross algae covered water that's about knee deep, and you start walking into the tunnel of love. I do want to see, oh, that was nice of you. Thank you, Endless Night Gaming. Super nice of you. Johnny and Bobby, as you are allowing Sam to do that, what are you doing?
I'm gonna, Cardi, you don't have to do this.
And behind, like my side or my back with my hand, I'm giving him the signal to go.
I'm gonna sigh and I'm gonna slink backward.
And are you following Sam?
I'm gonna lean against Bobby, and I'm gonna whisper, "Swear to me, you're not gonna do the mirror thing."
Okay.
I shake him a little. You have to mean it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it. I swear on my father's grave.
I'm gonna give him a quick hug, and I'm gonna kind of follow Sam around.
So we see Johnny kind of fade into the darkness of the tunnel of love. Bobby, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna follow right behind him. I've made a promise on my father's grave.
Johnny made it clear what you should be doing, so let's do that, right? So we have Carly Ray standing with Ina. Ina's telling you to dig deep, to find the lie that you have been even lying to yourself about. And we have Bobby, Johnny, and Sam going into the tunnel of love. And I think it's a good place for a 10-minute break. We'll be right back.
We're playing the game.
We are playing a game. All right, we're back. We got lost in conversation there. Sorry. So Carly Ray, you're standing there. It sounds like you're trying to buy time with her.
Yes.
And to be clear, she's not pressing you, right? So she's not forcing. She makes it seem like I'll stand here all day long, right? So as you're staring at yourself in the mirror, Sam, Bobby, and Johnny, you come into this dark area, and some sort of algae or something has been growing on top of this water. So in the places where you can actually see the surface of this river of love, it's brown and brackish. The rest of it's just covered in kind of like this pond scum. And as you kind of work your way through it, at one point you have to navigate around a sunken swan boat that has obviously 2/3 submerged in this waist deep water. And there's no real places to get up and outside of the water. The only way to continue in this tunnel is to kind of wade through it. And the iconography and the signs and the paintings on the walls, the ones that are still left, most of them have chipped away. They're depicting, scenes of people kissing and cherubs with bows and arrows shooting hearts and messages of devotion and love. But you start to notice like deliberate things pulled apart. You start noticing, you come across one of the swan boats that has been stripped away for parts, it looks like. And as you continue walking in, you realize that like the main area of this ride is this huge diorama that's been built. And originally it may have been like fake hills with like astroturf grass on it and these fake flowers and a male mannequin and a woman mannequin sitting on what maybe that used to be like a picnic blanket. And then there's a sky that's painted on kind of the dome behind it. And you can see, these metal rods that have these little cherub fiberglass models on them that are so distorted now with mold and rust and the paint chipped away. Cutting back to you, Carly Ray. What are you doing? Are you just going to stand there, which she's okay with?
So what I am doing, I am slightly a production of it. Slightly a eyes closed, breathing in long, letting out slow breath, as if I'm trying to dig into myself, thinking about it. But what I'm thinking about is I am so curious of what they're going to find back here. But I have to keep this up because I can't think about a dark secret. Something seriously wrong here. So I'm using that breathing to also calm myself down. And then I'll also say to keep her talking. Maybe some guided meditation might help.
So as you guys get deeper, you start to see where some of the parts that maybe were torn away earlier in this path are now have been reused. And what you find probably only can be described as maybe a shrine. It's a series of these wooden makeshift dolls that have been built with scrap from throughout the park. And they're all standing on this molded, rotting astroturf plain diorama. And they have strings attached to their limbs that seem to just kind of fade away into the darkness of the ceiling. And all of them are kind of just moving like this. And it's disconcerting. It looks jerky and strange, and there's no sounds of motors or any indication of what's moving these things, what's pulling these strings. The hard part is your head, because you start to feel your skull pressing in. It feels like something's gripping your brain and trying to make it smaller inside of your skull. And you have this resonant feeling, and it's almost by vibration, not by sound. You start hearing a low grumble that you're interpreting of saying, liar, liar, liar. And it's really starting to hurt. I need everybody to take 1d6 stress damage, please.
Oh.
Except for Carly. So Sam, why don't you get us started with a D?
Yeah.
All right. So tell me what that 3 does.
It goes into hit protection after our last stress. So I have 2 hit protection left.
Okay.
After this.
Johnny?
Uh,
How much hit protection do you have?
4.
Okay. And then so that lowers your hit protection by 1?
I'm down
Or
to
you're-
0. So I reduce control by 1.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Reduce your control by 1.
Yeah.
So let's
I'm
go ahead
down
and,
to 5.
all right. We'll have you do a control save here in just a second. How about you, Bobby? Give me a 1d6.
Oof.
Eee.
And then
What's
I
that
have
do,
I have stability, so that reduces it down
stability
to
1.
4.
Correct.
So that reduces my hit protection down to 0, and I still lose 1 control. So I'm down to 3 control.
Okay.
Oh.
So let's start off with you, Johnny. Let's have you do a control save. So just click on control, and it should roll a save for you.
Ooh.
Roll
Wow.
a 1. Very, very nice. I want you to think about why this pressure and this voice that isn't a voice, but that is resonating in your brain. I want to know why you are not completely losing it right now. So think about that for a second while we let Bobby roll. You need to roll a 1, 2, or 3. Is that right, Bobby?
Mm-hmm. Luckily, I've got 10 luck points here. So.
Okay. All right. We're in good shape.
You had to say it, right?
Oh!
Just say it.
It's sad on that
Immediate.
1 and then just roll.
Jinx.
Don't forget about your stability.
We did that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
included that.
Oh, yeah,
only
I
took
tried.
1 control.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but thank you, because
Yeah.
that's an
All
easy
right.
thing to forget. All right, so Bobby, let's take an assessment of Bobby's situation here. Let's take a look at old Bobby. Bobby's having a rough
Doing
time
great.
of it. Bobby, you're at 5 of 10 inventory slots. You've got 2. You've got I Remember and Let Fate Decide. Let's add a new Fallout for you for failing that save. You pick up one called Test of Time. Let's see what that says. I like the rides here in the park. You feel older yet strong enough to stand the test of time. You age 10 years and everyone notices. Drop your dex by 1d4 and gain +1 armor. So run 1d4 for me. All right, drop your dex by 1, but you'll notice now that you have +1 armor, which is the same as stability except for physical. John and Sam, you look back at one point, and I think maybe the 3 of you end up just looking at each other as you're all wondering, do you feel this? And Bobby just looks older. His skin is sagging a little bit. He's in his early 30s, not his early 20s anymore. And you can just physically tell that he is aged.
Bobby, Bobby, what?
Hmm?
How are you doing? You
Oh, I feel
different.
pretty good actually. Like just remembering, you know, this was that diorama wasn't here, but there was one before when when I went on my date here.
Well,
Yeah, they must have
You're,
changed it last season or something.
you're okay to continue. It's this stupid, like animated, like figures or whatnot. I will try to, if I'm in reach of the, of what you call them.
You're not
Puppets.
quite. Yeah, you're not quite there yet, Sam. And as you stop to have this conversation with Bobby and Johnny, and Bobby tells him, you realize that when you stopped walking towards this thing, the pressure stopped increasing, and the voice stopped getting louder. I do want to cut outside, though. Have you found it, Catherine?
Carly.
Oh, I was thinking. Well, she's using Catherine because what is Carly your given name? She's trying to go formal on you.
Oh, then yeah, she's right.
Okay.
I would have whispered Carly.
Okay, she goes, I know. What is it? Deep down.
I,
Find it and say it.
oh, I know what it is.
It weighs heavy, doesn't it?
It
For-
it does.
Forces you into choices you don't want to make.
It did.
Remember the feelings you have when you perpetuate and say that lie to the people that care about you, when you know what you're saying is not true, and that feeling deep in your stomach. It's that remnant. You can get it out of you.
I want to take her hand and look at her. Did you ever actually give up your lie?
I'm never going to give up my lie. It needs to live inside of me. That's how I can stay here, so that when people like you come, I can help free you and exorcise the remnant from inside you.
But I know you'll probably say no to this, but we do plan to expose the lie that you've told.
I think that's wonderful. If you can leave here and tell the world the evils that happened here and prove what I did, what they did, the world deserves to know.
And once, and then I don't want to leave my lie here. I want to tell the people I love. I think it's important that we carry that burden.
You can tell them everything. You just have to leave here and leave it here. But yes, when you go back out into the world, you'll feel lighter, quieter. And yes, you can tell the people that you've been lying to what the truth is. In fact, you can bring them back here and free them as well.
But Matthews, Ina, I don't want to feel better about my lie. I don't want to feel weight that's lifted, because that's how it can happen again.
I understand.
There's got to be another way out of here.
There isn't. But trust me, I understand that. That's why I have not spoken my truth into the mirror and exorcised the remnant from inside of me. And Catherine, if you want to stay here, you can be here with me. We can do this together.
That Okay, that sounds good.
Let's cut back into our tunnel of love. So Sam, Bobby, and Johnny, as you stop and realize that proximity to this shrine seems to be causing this pressure.
Sam will try to. I will pick up some piece of wood or something on the ground, and I will try to throw it on the puppets because those are the most disturbing thing there, I would say.
Let's do a quick dex save. Let's see how well we can do that, Sam.
What a camera guy.
So you take a piece of broken like 2x4 and you throw it, and it launches and cuts through some of the strings on like 3 of these puppets, and these puppets fall to the ground. And then slowly their strings just rise back up and just seem to reattach, bringing these puppets back up to life. 1d4 stress damage, please.
A load of bullshit.
All right, that's 3. That's going to affect your control, right?
Yeah, control -1. That brings me to 9.
Let's do a control save. Do you want to spend 3 luck?
I don't have 3 luck, so.
All right, so that's going to be some
What you got
fallout.
for me?
Let's take a look, Sam. All right, Sam, you have 5 of your 10 slots. You've not taken any fallout yet. Your control's at 9. Let's see what kind of fallout you end up with. You also get let fate decide. So you realize that every choice has already been made, and you are like a roller coaster fixed to a determined track. You refuse to make any meaningful decisions knowing they do not matter. Go ahead and roll a d4 and add that much luck. All right, go ahead and increase your luck up to 3 more. What's your total luck now?
Total luck 4.
All right, very nice. Bobby and John, what are we doing?
Is there another exit? Does it continue around?
It does, but that's going to bring you closer to the shrine.
Is there
So either continue towards the shrine or turn around. It looks like your only options.
besides the puppet, is there anything that we could break?
No, that seems to be the crux of it. That seems to be kind of the center of the shrine, the center of the pain in your head is where these marionetted, and to be clear, like these are just pieces of scrap wood and stuff like that in humanoid forms, and they're all just kind of
I don't know that we can destroy them.
my fear right now is that I think you're the only decision maker left here, Johnny.
Yes, I know. We're gonna push on. Come on, guys. And if I can go more quickly or whatever, I'm gonna try to go.
Yeah, we start to see you slosh forward in this water, and it breaks up, and Bobby and Sam following him.
Bobby puts his arm on Sam and says, you knew it wasn't going to do anything, Sam.
Nothing we do will do anything. Nothing will.
Yeah.
So as you press forward, Johnny, the pressure, Bobby, the feeling, that resonant feeling, Sam, that voice that's not a voice. Liar. It intensifies. I hate doing this, but I need another D6 stress damage from the three of you. Let's start with Johnny.
That could probably kill me.
Okay, let's see.
Oh my god.
All right. Do you have any hit protection left?
No.
What does that bring your control down to?
3.
Okay, a 1, 2, or 3 here, Johnny. You already did it once. You have 7 luck?
No, I have 5.
All right. Let's take a look at Johnny. Johnny, you are sitting with no hit protection, 3 control. You've only got 4 inventory slots. If you fill up all 10 of these with fallout or anything else, then your hit protection will never reset. Let's go ahead and see what your fallout is.
Here's John.
Oh, no. You also get Let Fate Decide.
Oh my god.
You also realize
gonna
that
be-
your decisions don't thank you you bottoms you just things just feel futile at this point, John. You look at both Sam and Bobby and they have the same expression on their face, this blank expression, this futile just look. But I am still owed 1d4 or 1d6 from both Sam and Bobby. Who wants to go?
I'll go.
All right.
1d6 or
Yeah.
1d4?
1d6.
Oh,
All right.
8.
All right. Let's
roll
do
for
let's do a control save at 8.
oh.
Very nice. No new fallout for Sam. Bobby, 1d6, please.
All right.
Of stress damage. What does that do to us, Bobby?
Well, because I have the stability, I have 1 control left.
Okay, let's roll.
Oh.
Let's get that nat 1, Bobby.
Come on.
It
There
is
we go.
not a 1.
Oh, it wiggled there for a while.
Oh, boy.
Teasing us.
All right,
I've
Bobby.
got 10 luck, not 12.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, you picked up a new fallout called Saved. This place may have the secret to you finding your purpose in life. You can sense it. You believe the answers for meaning in your life are around the next corner. This is about destiny, not luck. Roll 3d6, and if it's higher than your max control, set it as your new control. So your max control is 13. Roll 3d6, and let's see what you roll.
Hmm.
Oh.
13.
It doesn't have anything. Drop your current luck by half, rounded down. So what's your current luck?
10. So down to
All
5.
Now it's 5.
Oh.
Let's cut back outside. Carly Ray.
Mhm.
Anything? Are we standing and waiting for your buds, or what are we doing?
I am talking to her, trying to become a part of the cult. Like, yes, I will stay here. And I hear nothing from the tunnel. I don't know what that means yet, but I know I can trust these guys. They got it.
I'm sure they do. They're in great shape. As you're standing there, she says, it changed everything. When I met and came under the Phantom, he told me and showed me.
Okay.
And I think he'll love you.
I'll smile. I'll follow you where we need to go.
You want to meet him?
Yeah.
So still holding your hand, she's going to start walking you into the tunnel.
Oh my God. Okay. It's great.
Sam, Bobby, and John, what are we doing?
Just.
I feel collapsing to the knees and to the ground, just blankly staring to the puppets. Still, just why it doesn't. I don't, and just blabbing there on the knees.
And Sam, as you give in a little bit like this, your perception of things begin to warp. These puppets stop looking like pieces of wood and metal that have been put together with wire and nails, and they start looking like Carly Ray, and like Johnny, and like Bobby, And then there's one that looks like you. And they're slowly going from these wood and metal small puppet representations to becoming doll-like. And then flesh-like. What are you doing, Bobby? As you see Sam drop to his knees.
The last strong decision that was made was to approach the puppets. So, inertia, just keep going.
All right, so you're going to keep moving forward, getting closer to the Phantom of Truth. John, what are you doing?
If nothing matters. Or nothing we do matters. Yeah, I'm gonna start walking back out, maybe. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
It definitely.
Like, I'm done with this place. It's not gonna do anything. I start slushing back toward the exit, I guess.
So let's, Johnny, you start walking out, and about halfway, you see Carly and Ina wading through this water towards you. Did you see him, Jonathan?
I shrug. Didn't see anybody. Don't care.
Carly Ray, it's just Johnny. There's no Sam, there's no Bobby.
Johnny, where is everybody? Like, I'm mouthing it.
I had a shrug and keep slushing toward the exit.
Bobby, you're continuing forward, which you know what that means. Let's do 1d6 stress damage as your head gets pressed more and that voice gets louder.
Just to paint the picture, as Sam is there watching Bobby approaching, I just have my arms out to the side. Not praying, just like preparing for a hug or an embrace.
Does that take you down to 0, Bobby?
That does take me down to 0.
You're now part of the audience. I think what we see Bobby do is Bobby falls to his knees, much like Sam did, but not with his arms open. We see Bobby start to cry and crawl towards the shrine. I am a liar. I'm full of lies. They're all inside me. And I want to tell the truth. And then Bobby collapses. Jonathan, are you ready? Do you want to go back to the mirror?
I nod. And I keep slushing toward the exit.
Catherine, let's free him. And she's turning
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
We cut to, unless you tell me otherwise, we cut to Johnny standing in front of the mirror with Ina and Carly behind him,
Yeah.
holding hands.
Yeah.
Unless we want something different. Are we good there?
Yeah.
And Johnny, she says to you, do you know? Did you find your lie?
Probably. Yeah.
Look at
Since
yourself
it's
in the
the
mirror.
only way to get out.
Let it
I
out.
look in the mirror. I'm a failure. The channel's never gonna work.
Why, Johnny?
It was just luck. It wasn't. I told myself we were good, but it was just luck.
Carly, as Johnny starts to admit to you, to the mirror, to Ina Matthews, to himself, that this wasn't his talent, this wasn't his smarts, his savviness that got the success the channel had, that it was just pure luck. You start to see something emerge from his chest. And it starts as fingers. And Johnny just keeps talking as you see these fingers grip around his ribs and a head pulls out of his chest. And it's one of those things. And it's just slowly coming out of his body and reaching towards the mirror.
What the hell?
I need 1d6 stability, or 1d6 stress damage, Carly.
Yeah, you do.
All right, what's your hit protection?
4.
All right, drop it down by 2. Johnny, you don't even fully realize until this thing is halfway out of you. And when it's halfway out of you, it doesn't hurt. It just seems to be coming through your pores and forming in front of you. And by the time you look down and realize this thing is emerging out of your body, it's halfway into the mirror as it's stretching out. So it's now connecting you to the mirror. And you see its fingers just go into the mirror like it's a window, not a reflection. What are you doing?
I just let it happen.
Okay, let's do another 1d6 stress damage, please.
Ooh, 1.
Where does that put you?
2 control.
Okay, let's do a control save.
Oh no.
Safe to say that Johnny does not have 13 luck.
No.
All right, let's go. We got a new fallout.
Do I gain 1 now?
On the failure, you gain 1 luck. Yep. And
Okay.
you pick up I remember. So much like Bobby, you used to come here as a child too.
Okay.
All the time. And if you're going to stand and let it happen, Johnny, this thing extricates itself from you, falls into the mirror, stands up and looks back at you, and walks out of sight. And what you feel right now, Johnny, is a bit of euphoria. It feels so good to admit this, to finally realize I didn't have to lie like this. You're happier now. And the absolute only thing you want to do is to leave here and bring others back so that they can feel as good as you do. We're going to go to credits. On the other side of credits, I'm going to get a coda from everybody to find out where we find Bobby, Sam, and Carly Ray somewhere in the future. We'll be right back. Go ahead. What were you saying, Dan?
I was gonna say, in your list, how many items did we
So,
Like,
you know
how
what?
unlucky were we to get Let Fed decide?
Well, let me be
on
clear.
3 of-
They all suck. But
Probably.
I've got 6 total Fallouts in the Unland Fallout table, and the 6th one takes you to the D100 table that as my custom. So if you rolled a 6, it would then roll a D100 to pull one of the 100 generic Fallouts that I've created. But all right, so I think let's start with maybe the easiest one. So Corey, I want to get a quick scene of Bobby, and it either can be 2 minutes in the future, 20 years in the future, somewhere in between. But can you give me a quick coda narration of when and where we find Bobby?
It's an indeterminate amount of time in the future, and he's looking even older than those additional 10 years from the fallout. His beard has grown. He picked back up that scarf that he dropped last session, and he's wearing it again. And he's just walking around Unland, and he's just babbling to himself about all the rides and all of the things that he did here that he never actually did, to nobody in particular. He probably passes by Sophia at one point and talks to her for a little bit, and just he's not happy, but he's there, just walking around.
Sam, where we left you was kind of taking in the greatness of the Phantom of Truth. Where do we find Sam? And first, when do we find Sam done where?
It's indeterminate amount of time in the future. It could be years even. And maybe you see, like I imagine the what happened to Sam as the Polaroid pictures. And one picture is a Sam's hand holding a chain. The other is Sam's foot, presumably by a scenic lake. Another one is you see a huge nail in a board, and it goes. I think that's enough to.
That's good.
Get the gist of it.
Yep. No, I know where you're going. That's fantastic. Carly Ray, where do we end up finding you?
So it might be a little bit short, but I'm not necessarily sure what time or when, but you'll see her essentially talking to a group of people, takes their pictures, then tells them, and this is at the beginning of the entrance, just lets them know, when y'all are ready to leave, come find us. And she walks back in to the park and to the main office. It's cleaned up now. Sighs to herself and says, I'm gonna get out of here one day. No time soon yet.
All right. Last but not least, Johnny, when you head back south, the main entrance is open as it was when you left, and you're able to leave. So when do we find Johnny and where?
I think you will see him again in the park, but he's dressed up like in a white vestment or something, and his beard has grown up a bit, and he has people around him, and he's like brought new people in the park, and he's telling them, well, you'll feel better if you purge your lies. And,
I think in the background, maybe just out of sight, we see Ina just looking at you as you pass the good word of the Phantom of the Truth and just give you a loving nod as it happens. That's it. All right. So no wishes, but thoughts and stars. We'll start with you, Dika. Thoughts and stars.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Beautiful some word.
It was a great time. For me, I didn't take any damage at all besides hit protection.
Unbelievable.
And I wind up working for the Phantom of Truth just because it's like, well, You either fold or you keep going.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was interesting seeing people that she really admired just fall apart.
I did not even think about that, how the impact that would have on you. Yeah.
And that kind of just stunted her, mostly Johnny, because he is the talent,
Yep.
but made a good connection learning about the camera equipment, learned about manifestos, all this one night, and it all just went wrong. So it's like, I okay, this is my life now. So that was fascinating. My star is gonna go to Bobby, that crying scene. That was the moment where I'm like, this is why I love RPG. This is it. But fantastic. I'm so lucky.
Oh, this is fun. This was a ton of fun. Dan, thoughts and stars.
I think I have to ask, was there any way to get out?
You got out. So yes.
Yeah, I guess. But
to answer your question, Dan, that it was the only way out.
Okay. That's what I thought at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. This is one of those scenarios where
yeah, I thought so.
It's not gonna go well.
Wasn't sure I would be the one to do it, but I mean at the end with let fate decide, which is probably the cruelest one. I mean, at this point.
I loved your choice, Dan, for John, because when you got that next Fallout, it made total sense that Johnny be like, well, there's just one way out of here, and it's been laid out for me very clearly. So I think that was your only option, really. I think it was a very good choice for you as a player for John.
Yeah, because I was contemplating it before we went into the tunnel and everything, and so yeah, it seemed like if nothing matters, then we'll do. Even if the player did not believe her,
right?
I mean, the character at this point. I mean, there was this. Like when you said what is the lie, I knew it from the last session what I would say. I'm curious what the others would have said, but
you know what's funny about this? It's one of the things that made me like push this scenario up the list for me is I like the idea of players inventing what the lie is for their characters. I think that's very interesting, because even if you don't end up confessing in front of the mirror, I have realized that the players will think about it, right? And will come up with what that lie will be. And I love, and this is something that I embellish a little bit in the, because this is only like a 3-page scenario. It's a phenomenal, or 4-page scenario. It's a phenomenal scenario. Scott Dorwood, who is one of my favorite scenario writers in all of RPGs, let alone in Call of Cthulhu. And from what I hear, a great guy. I've never met him. I need to get him on the podcast. But one of the things what I loved when I got a chance to begin to embed a memory into Bobby, it kind of gives you an idea of what type of lies these are, right? Like, and what you're doing. I think it's structurally, I think it's interesting for it. But yeah, no, Dan, this is not a hero's journey.
No, kind of it's thought about.
So when did you feel most in, though, Dan? When did it feel like you were the most in the game this session, or between the two sessions?
I'm trying to think about this session.
Where you could see everything, you could hear and feel everything.
Probably last session.
Yeah.
But yeah. Took me a bit to get into it, but probably halfway the first session, maybe. Just to sort of create the character in my mind, maybe.
Yep.
Because the psychology of the, when you fail a test or anything, it only matters if you sort of understand something about your character. So, yeah.
Completely agree. Corey, thoughts and stars.
Thoughts? I felt like I loved this session even more than the last one. I think I was pretty effusive last time. I think that this really highlighted the system. What I was thinking about in particular was, the obvious comparison to Call of Cthulhu is that with Call of Cthulhu, you've got a compounding sanity loss. And so you lose sanity, you lose sanity, you lose sanity until you hit 0. There isn't that in this system, which I appreciate, but you have compounding fallout, which then leads to some really interesting emergent storytelling. And I really liked that it was not a question of when you went crazy, but more about how you went crazy. And I just thought that was a really neat variant to what Call of Cthulhu has, which has been kind of a standard in a lot of horror games.
Yeah, I like this. I like the idea of losing control versus losing sanity. Just even if it's just, labeling, right? And if you've got the right players who will embrace what fallouts give you, I think it's super interesting how you do it. I think I mentioned it on the last one, but anybody who's interested in getting my custom D100 fallout table that I made, or if you want this D6 version for this scenario, just email me at Craig@thirdfloorwars.com and I'm happy to send it to you. When did you feel most in, Corey? Where did you feel, see, and smell and understand everything the most?
I think it was the kind of the last pre-coda scene where the 4 of us kind of all did very different things. I thought it was really fascinating that Carly Ray kind of ended up being the big hero, more or less sacrificing herself to let the 3 of us get away, and none of us tried to really. I think there was some lip service to get her out, but then when we all fell apart, all 3 of us did different things, and that sort of. I just thought that was the pinnacle of an ending that we could have gotten for these 4 characters.
So question for you, Vasil, because I found your choice very interesting, which is you kind of gave up Sam before mechanically Sam was to be given up. It's where you were headed anyway. But kind of curious where that came from.
So one thing, as you mentioned, that you gave this scenario gives out the idea to make up a lie as a player. I had one ready, so I was thinking like, if this doesn't go out well, we get out like a little bit bruised. Maybe not everybody gets out. I might, even with the fallout, it might be if somebody pulls me out, I was like, yeah, I might go to the mirror as well and just spill it, right? So in my head, I prepared the lie and I was thinking about the story to share. But then I was like, this is hopeless. Anything we do will not affect anything, right? He tried to destroy the shrine, and so I was like, if nobody nudges me, even a little would be enough. And I was hoping Carly would arrive and would be like, what are you doing here? Get out of there or something. And I was like, I might as well just take that in. And it didn't make sense for me like to push it mechanically and just give him up there.
So thoughts and stars.
Stars, definitely basically the beginning, the moment, the attack was really that was the moment that really pulled me into 100%. The Steven scene with the lie, and it basically summed up all the things that are happening here in that one scene, with the rest of the group trying to save Bobby.
Howdy, friends. Thank you for watching. All our content is archived and organized in playlists on the Third Floor Wars YouTube channel. Check it out. And if you could like, follow, subscribe, and even set your notifications to this channel on YouTube and Twitch, we'd appreciate it, and it'll make sure that you catch all of our content. I talk with creators, designers, and experts across the gaming landscape in every episode of our podcast, Tabletop Talk. Open up your favorite podcatcher and search for Tabletop Talk from Third Floor Wars. Support your creators. They make the content you love, and it's your support that makes it happen. If you want to help us, go to Third Floor Wars on patreon.com, and you can help us for as little as $1 a month.